Pretty much everyone knows who Greta Thunberg is by now, but you might also be reading about a fellow teenager making a name for herself in the political world, one who's set to take the stage at CPAC. Let's bring in Naomi Seibt. She's a 19-year-old from Germany whose willingness to ask questions has earned her a spot at CPAC tomorrow. It's good to have you here, Naomi. So you have been hired by the Center for Climate and Environmental Policy, and you have just a different view about climate. What is it about the current narrative that kind of drives you crazy?
Well, it's mostly that there is so much fear-mongering going on about this entire climate change propaganda that is being put out there. And I hate to see so many young people especially panicking about climate change, about a topic that they haven't even done their research about. Because many young people, they claim to know a lot about the science, but they really don't. And I tried approaching those young people in my own town and from all over the world, and most of them don't really know what they are talking about, and they are just so fearful of what's to come, and I want to give them back their hope.
How did you learn about climate change, climate science, and what you think could be done to try to tackle the problem?
Well, I myself used to be a climate alarmist, if you will. And I only started really looking into the topic in the beginning of 2019, so last year. And after a while, I just became really fascinated with the topic because I've always loved science myself, and I took part in many science competitions at school, and quite successfully so. And so this really was a passion of mine to look deeper into this topic. And I watched many presentations, speeches by scientists, professors from all over the world. And this is how I really got into all of this. And I also like public speaking and talking about different political issues on my YouTube channel, for example. Yeah, that's how it all started.
So what is your goal? You're going to be at CPAC. You're going to have a chance to talk there. What about this panic? Do you, back in your hometown, do you find that your message is received well, or do you not have a lot of friends out there?
Oh, that's very difficult indeed, especially in my own hometown, because the Green Party is very strong there, and many young people go to Fridays for Future protests every single week, and I gave a speech there 2 weeks ago, and there were thousands of people around my age protesting outside against this event, and that is a very strange feeling, especially when you're labeled a climate denier, which is such a heavy term.
Because you are not a denier. You think climate change is real.
I absolutely believe that climate change is real. You shouldn't ask the question, is climate change real? Because climate change has always been real. The climate has been changing for millions and billions of years. But what you should actually be asking is, are humans actually destroying the planet with man-made CO2 emissions? And
your position on that is what?
My position on that is no, CO2 emissions are not actually harmful to the planet, because if you want, I can talk a bit
no, that's
more
okay. We don't
about
have enough time to get into all of it. I just wanted to make sure. So it's not that you think that climate change is real, but you believe that humans have no contribution to climate change?
They might contribute slightly, but I think it's so insignificant that we shouldn't focus on that, and especially we should not rush to solutions that are really not sustainable in the long term. Yeah,
I hear you. Well, good luck at your speech, Naomi Seibt. Thank you so much for being on.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay.